Jacob, do I have your attention?
Yes, you have my attention.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Whose birthday?
Your birthday.
Oh, this is my birthday.
Yeah, your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
How many happy birthdays do I get?
I'm not done yet. You're in your 30s. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Does that count as one, or is that just a really happy birthday?
No, that was just one happy birthday.
Okay, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Do we need a timer or bing, like a ding ding for how
happy
many?
birthday. Well, I'm trying to obey the law of Washington State. Why don't you kick the intro and I'll say it behind the scenes. I'm really saying it. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Welcome to the Consider podcast, where we examine today's wisdom, folly, and madness. More information can be found at www.consider.info. Now, here are your hosts, Timothy and Jacob.
Do you, in the Sound Doctrine Church, really celebrate birthdays?
How many birthdays did you grow up celebrating, Jacob?
I don't think there really was any.
What?
No, there's
none.
no
Zero.
Birthday. Yeah, there was. I never had a birthday cake.
Now, most of these were out of state. They were out of Washington State, right?
Yes.
Kind of safe on this because according to Prosecutor Jason Simmons and Judge Lori K. Smith and the Washington State Prosecutor Gang or Association, I don't know what they call themselves.
Mob. No,
Mob.
Yeah, gang,
well, no, that's
gang.
what we call them because that's what they are.
Yeah.
Not celebrating birthday will, like, are you extremely shy and can't come out of your shell and intimidated by life?
No.
Do you mind being in crowds, or are you like, in the corner just shivering and shaking because you didn't celebrate birthdays with cake and presents and ice cream and gifts and other people?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I haven't been emotionally scarred for life.
Really? And you didn't do one single birthday on any level?
No birthday cakes.
Well, I'm wishing you happy birthday now because
Okay.
I'm sure to some degree I was responsible for that particular aspect.
So you're trying to make up for it. Oh, because
Well,
if you
I wanna
say
be
it
sure-
now, then hopefully you won't be prosecuted in
Well,
the
yeah, I'm
future,
trying.
any
So
future
when I'm hauled in
prosecution.
for not celebrating
Yes.
birthdays or advocating,
You can. We'll go back to this recording.
exactly. And I can
And
go,
be like,
happy birthday.
proof.
I need to finish. Happy birthday, Jacob. Happy,
Yes.
happy birthday. All right. Because Prosecutor Jason Simmons, and I'm quoting now, he didn't just say this one time. It was like, he would repeat these slanders or the meaningless lawlessness questions over and over again. But he said, do you, and I can't do his condescending thing that well, or maybe I do it better. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Do you in the Sound Doctrine Church really, now he said really celebrate birthdays? Not just do you celebrate birthdays, but really celebrate birthdays. I mean, you really got to crank it. This is highly, highly important to Judge Lori K. Smith and King County prosecutors. Now, I don't know about you. Didn't you videotape the whole trial?
Yes, the bulk of it, like 90%.
Yeah, well, the other part, they wouldn't allow us to do it kind of routine.
Yeah,
'cause
no camera.
You got to protect the slander and the false accuser and all that stuff. But anyway, did they ever define what really is?
No.
So we don't even know what the law is.
What is that? Is really like a big birthday party is like 2 birthday cakes? I don't have to be like
I don't know what really
big.
is. I didn't even know that it was against the law not to celebrate birthdays. I wasn't
didn't
even
know
aware
either.
of that
I didn't
fact.
know. I
And
know.
all of a sudden, we're drug in and somebody's accused of a crime. And of course, the proof.
Oh yeah, the important thing.
The
important thing here.
Here's our
okay?
evidence.
That's
Here's
right.
our proof that this crime happened because
of birthdays.
this individual did not get to celebrate birthdays or really get to celebrate birthdays.
Really.
There was some. There was an acknowledgement you were born. There was an acknowledgement we love you. There was an acknowledgement that we praise God and all that good stuff. But we didn't really celebrate. It wasn't. It wouldn't have been from my heart. It wouldn't have been from my spirit. It wouldn't have been gifts for me and all of that kind of thing. So we have an undefined law. We also have undefined evidence of crimes related to birthdays or not having birthdays. It'd be nice to know when the rules got changed. I mean, all of a sudden you're brought in before this trial and all of a sudden the Washington State Constitution isn't valid anymore because why? we didn't celebrate birthdays. Played that part where I want to hear this again from Judge Lori K. Smith and Prosecutor Simmons, that the Washington State Constitution, freedom of religion, or any other aspect did not apply in this case. I mean, think about it before we play this for a minute. I had no clue that not celebrating birthdays was a crime. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know it was psychologically damaging. I mean, when I went through college, I didn't graduate. I have to admit that part. Kind of figured out like, okay, this is not what God wants me to do. But we never had a course on mental illness associated with,
lack of birthdays.
Deprivation.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe I should go back to college. I could do my thesis on that.
Well, it may be in there now.
I could get millions of dollars studying how people are damaged because they didn't. Because a lot of people don't celebrate birthdays. Correct. Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays. Yes. Muslims don't celebrate birthdays. No. And there's a lot of variation. So I don't know what really means. Because you can kind of, like in some birthdays, they count when you were conceived and they kind of count from there.
Oh, sure.
I was reading one today where individual said, well, we didn't really celebrate birthdays. My mom would always say, hey, it's good to have you around. I'm glad you were born. And he goes, I would throw birthdays for myself, just me. I'd go out to dinner, out to lunch or whatever. And he goes, I was totally happy with that. He goes, I think the American birthdays is all about materialism and stuff anyway. Now, technically he should be arrested because he doesn't really celebrate birthdays.
Well, so he's in Washington State, though? I don't know which state. But I don't know.
Don't underestimate the power of these prosecutors.
Thing,
No, it'll become a world. Don't worry.
Yeah, it'll be a worldwide.
The Washington State Supreme Court is going to establish a commission, and that commission will be to hunt down everybody that doesn't celebrate birthdays. And then, of course, every detective within the state of Washington, when a crime is reported, the first thing they're going to do, because that's an easy one, did you celebrate birthdays?
Yeah.
And if you didn't celebrate birthdays, there's proof. Just check it off. Oh, the crime definitely took place. Not that Simmons ever brought in an expert to state. Let's play the clip before I get too far going. Go ahead.
And then the last issue of whether or not the court should read the Washington State Constitution. The Washington State Constitution is not a relevant inquiry to this case.
And as for reading Article 1, Section 22 of the Constitution, it's not appropriate, it's not appropriate, it's not appropriate.
That's right. You got a church on trial. So the Washington State Constitution, in relationship to freedom of religion, is not irrelevant to this particular case.
I think, not appropriate.
Is that what it said? Not appropriate.
Not appropriate.
In fact, their whole line of reasoning was, and I believe Judge Lori K. Smith said that it was, this case isn't about, the Constitution and the freedom of religion. It's about behavior. So we're going to look at behavior. So now everybody needs to understand, not only do you need to support and have like super birthdays for people to be legal.
Or really.
You got to really have it.
Yeah, really.
But the Constitution of Washington State doesn't translate to action. You can't, if I'd have known, what am I trying to say here? If I'd have known that you can't behave in relationship to freedom of religion, then I guess I'd have just known I was breaking the law.
Yeah, it would have just been like crystal clear. You were under the impression that, the Constitution, Washington State Constitution actually meant something and actually offered freedom of religion, but apparently it does not.
No. Yeah. Is not praying a behavior?
Yes.
Is not studying the Bible a behavior? Is not celebrating a birthday a behavior?
Yeah.
All those things are behaviors that the Washington State Constitution covered. So Judge Lori K. Smith and King County prosecutors decided the rule of law and the Constitution, only that, the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights, and a few other things just did not apply because we're going to look at behavior. I mean, talk about a torture of words. So it's just a piece of paper. It's meaningless. And that really is the case in Washington State. Freedom of religion in Washington State is an absolute joke. It's not there.
No.
The only kind of freedom of religion they allow is you got to be lukewarm and you got to bow down to the state and you got to do exactly what they say, clearly to the point of just and we're only talking about birthdays here today. Well, let's talk about birthdays then. This is Simmons Bible study time, and you asked about, do we really celebrate birthdays? We're going to have to dive in. And by the way, Prosecutor Simmons, let me explain something to you about this doctrine. Jacob, do I have, and I may have, I don't know, do I have any sermons entitled The Evils of Birthdays?
Not to my knowledge, no.
I don't even think I did a track on the evils of birthdays.
No, I don't think you did.
No, you know
There
why?
was Christmas tracks.
Oh yeah, Christmas track
Easter
for
bunny
sure.
tracks.
Yeah.
I don't remember a single anti-birthday track.
You bring up a good point. I was looking at the transcript for the millionth time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it before I go to sleep because then I won't be able to sleep. It's so full of
Garbage.
Unconstitutional garbage. He never mentions the Easter bunny.
No, or I don't even think Christmas really came up.
No. Christmas did come up. We're gonna
did
get
it?
We'll get into that some
There's
other
a
time.
Christmas- Okay, yeah, no, Easter never came up. Of course, that's Easter, even though it's been twisted to the Easter bunny. You know, Easter out of even above Christmas, right? Actually has like some proof, that like Jesus actually died around that time, or I don't know, right? It's got some more basis, I think.
Oh, we always give them more credit. I think he just needs to be punished for not bringing it up.
Oh, he needs. Okay.
He's not there going. He's
slipping. He was slipping.
He was slipping, and no doubt he's got a reprimand in there somewhere. You didn't attack the fact that they didn't do the Easter bunny.
Maybe it was on the list.
Eggs.
He just didn't get to it. Just like you can't get to all his garbage.
I should have come out on the stage with an Easter bunny outfit and the ears and the whole bit.
Yeah.
Because I had a track. I'm surprised Detective McCall, well, he didn't send anything over, but I had a track called Kill the Easter Bunny. So that would have been a nice, easy target.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been a more,
well, hopefully he got reprimanded for that behavior. I can't get the wording down. The behavior to do or not to do kind of routine. So he didn't bring up Easter, but I know Christmas, he hammered that too.
Did he? Okay.
Christmas was like, I don't, did he have psychological problems growing up as a kid? Some of these people, you got to think, man, you've got some mental issues here. If you think everybody's supposed to have a tree and a Santa Claus, and all this is important. All right, Mr. Simmons, so we're going to continue our Bible study. So where do you think birthdays came from, Jacob? Well, let me kind of rephrase that.
This is like the history of birthdays? No, not the history of birthdays.
If I wanted to go to the source of all sources that explain to me the importance of birthdays and why we should celebrate birthdays and why we really
it's all
should.
Selfish. It's selfish.
Well, okay, so
steeped in selfishness.
So where should I go? Who's the authority I could go to and go, okay, well, what is a really celebrating birthday? Who's the authority I can go to and go, tell me why it's really important?
I just know it's not a biblical one because better is the day of death than the day of birth. I think that's Ecclesiastes.
You're getting too deep now. They won't.
Well, no,
they won't even be able to attack us on that.
I know,
they don't
but
get
I'm
that
ruling
one.
out that there's nothing biblical to back up birthdays at all, or you know what I mean. Obviously, neither is the Easter bunny, but but Christmas, Christ's birth.
Well,
right?
the tree points.
But this one, there's nothing in the Bible that birthdays are woven in as like a, you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. That we'll look at the one passage. Well, there is a couple birthdays mentioned, and we'll kind of look at one here if we get to it in a little bit.
Okay.
No, the authoritative source, and really it's the religion the King County prosecutors actually participate in, is the Church of Satan.
Oh, okay.
I went by their website. And looked their tenets and beliefs.
Okay.
And guess what? They really do celebrate birthdays.
They're into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And only that, as a bonus here, and you're talking about Christmas, they also have a comment to make about Christmas. And Prosecutor Simmons should be highly interested. In fact, detectives all across the state of Washington should actually go for this because they admit that somebody's stealing something from, actually people stole from the Church of Satan. This is Anton LaVey's website. He's dead now, but I don't know if they know they're Satan worshiper or not, but he was the one that started the Church of Satan in the United States, or at least came public with it, did a lot of interviews, that kind of thing. So this is actually from their website, and we're going to play the clip here in a moment, and this is reading what's on their website. And you can go to consider.info, and if you look for post number 11,608, this will give you all the details and the history and what's going on about birthdays. I'm not going to bore everybody with it today, but it's enough to say that let's play the clip.
The following is from the Satanist website. Holidays. What holidays do Satanists celebrate? Since Satanism is a self-centered religion, the highest holiday of the year would be the Satanist's own birthday, which needs no ritual, but should be spent in doing things a Satanist would enjoy. There is no requirement that a Satanist celebrate any holidays. and there are no hard and fast traditions or rites associated with them. Since Satanism embraces nature, the other holidays a Satanist might choose to celebrate would be the seasonal turning points marked by the equinoxes and solstices, the dates of which vary from year to year, as well as the midpoints between these, which can be recognized as the climaxes of each season. In particular, April 30th, called Walpurgisnacht, is the spring climax and the anniversary of the founding of the Church of Satan, and is generally noted. Halloween, October 31st, is the fall climax and may be celebrated as a time when one's inner self might be explored through the use of a costume, or one might recall those of importance in one's life who have died, as was done on that night in European tradition. Church of Satan. Wait, there's more bonus information.
Okay,
the following is what the
we'll
church...
come back to that. Did you catch that? I know there's a lot of like this, that, and the other thing. Satanist always has a lot of fancy words.
Yes,
I guess lawyers do too. Which the first line is, since Satanism is a self-centered religion, the highest holiday of the year would be the Satanist's own birthday.
Yes.
That's the main point, right?
That's the main point.
That's really, I can see why Prosecutor Simmons and Judge Lori K. Smith and the whole legal people want us to celebrate birthdays, because in reality, who do they actually serve? They don't serve
Themselves.
Jesus Christ. That's right. Yeah. They are more Satanists than they realize. You know, in John chapter 8, verse 42, let's go to that, Jacob, and then we'll play the bonus material in a moment from the Church of Satan. By the way, I'm not recommending the Church of Satan. More people belong to it than they realize. John 8:42. Jesus said to them, if God were your father, you would love me. I mean, there isn't anything we're saying here that isn't reasonable, that isn't holy, that righteous, will produce love and peace. I mean, think about it, Jacob. Does Washington State need one more self-centered child?
No.
Do we need one more self-absorbed politician?
No.
Do we need another selfish prosecutor or judge or whatever? Of course not. We don't need any of those things. Jesus said to them, if God were your father, you would love me, for I came from God and now I'm here. I have not come on my own, but he sent me. And he's mentioning the cross again. We don't want to go there. We will be persecuted and prosecuted. Now, Jesus says in John 8:43, now pay attention, Prosecutor Simmons, because why is my language not clear to you? Why is not, like when we begged and pleaded for it to be an investigation, to look at the hate crime, to look at all the vile, illegal things that were taking place, it's like our language just wasn't clear. It didn't matter. Jesus says the obvious, because you are unable to hear what I say. They're just not able to hear it. We did so many different ways of coming to them, discussing with them, letter, faxes, discussion, pleading, begging, rebuking, whatever, right? It was they could never hear what you're saying. It was like, it was meaningless. You know, one reason we knew this was a total setup from the beginning is, you remember right the first day, the first second, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, the microseconds, Simmons turns to Judge Lori K. Smith and he goes, yeah, I want to talk about the church in the context to show what kind of environment she was in.
Yeah, environment, yep.
And Judge Lori K. Smith immediately, without hesitation, without any microsecond of, well, explain to you what you mean and what are you after? She said, okay, yeah, sounds good. They had already conspired behind the scenes to bury sound Doctrine Church, and that's exactly what happened. Because under normal circumstances, and I'm using normal in terms of reasonable, legal, all that kind of stuff, she should have said, well, spell it out for me. Where's your legal brief? Why is this important? Show it forth. What is it you want to try and do? No, number one, that would allow her to make the decision whether to allow it or not. And it also allows the defense to know, what do we need to defend ourselves for? But this had nothing to do with anything reasonable. These people acted so illegally, it's amazing. Because you aren't able to hear what I say. John 8:44. And here's why birthdays are so important to Prosecutor Simmons, to Judge Lori K. Smith, to the state of Washington, and who they represent, and what went on behind the scenes. You belong to your father, the devil. The devil is self-centered. The devil lies. This whole trial was nothing but one lie piled upon another lie. And you want to carry out your father's desire. See, it's not enough for liars just to lie. They want to do whatever Satan's prompting them to do. They want to slander. They want to act. They want to destroy. They want to drive out of town. Remember Simmons in depositions going, what are you going to do when you can no longer meet as a church? Mm-hmm. They knew what they were doing. This was planned out and orchestrated behind the scenes. The Enumclaw police knew what they were doing. That's why the jury seems to be packed by people that lived in Enumclaw. Jesus goes on to say he was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth. If you're not holding to whatever the truth is, you're going to kill other people. For there is no truth in him. That's why Proverbs says that if officials listen to liars, all of them become wicked. And if there's one thing prosecutors do not do is prosecute their liars. They like their liars. They enjoy their liars. They protect their liars. They bring their liars in. They extort people to lie. They go in to get people to turn other people in to lie. When he lies, meaning the devil, when he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Kind of spells it out, doesn't it, Jacob? Mm-hmm. But Jesus says in John 8:45, yet because I tell you the truth, you do not believe me. If we'd have lied, we'd have come out a lot better. Well, in fact, we probably never would have been persecuted or prosecuted. Mm-hmm. No wonder birthdays that you really should practice those in the state of Washington, because their God is not the living, holy, loving God. It is literally Satan. Even if you go to the website, one of the quotes by Anton LaVey is that it's hard to spot people that really are Satanists, meaning there's a lot more of them out there. They don't walk around with, horns, and they don't walk around saying, I belong to the Church of Satan. They don't tie to the Church of Satan, but they belong to Satan, and he realizes that. Well, let's go on with the bonus information, because we were talking about Christmas, because one kind of just goes for the other, and kind of a quandary here, because the Christians stole Christmas from the Satanists. Mm-hmm. So there's a whole level of prosecution that could take place. If we were supposed to celebrate Christmas by not doing poor boxes, then all these other churches that are celebrating with trees and Santa Claus and food and materialism and all those things, technically they stole from the Church of Satan. So King County prosecutors can go around arresting all Christian churches that actually do celebrate Christmas according to the Christmas tree Santa Claus tradition. Go ahead and play this. This is from the Church of Satan.
Wait, there's more bonus information. The following is what the Church of Satan declares concerning Christmas. What about the Christmas holiday? The Christians stole this holiday from the pagans. Santa Claus has come to signify indulgence, as he's a combination of Dionysus and Silenus from Roman and Greek myths. The Romans celebrated the orgiastic Saturnalia at this time. The Nazarene has little place in the general public's celebrations of this season, which were meant by pagans to be celebrations of abundance during a season of cold and emptiness. So for the Yule holiday season, we enjoy the richness of life and the company of people whom we cherish, as we will often be the only ones who know where the traditions really came from.
There you have it. What do you think, Jacob?
Yep. Pretty bad.
I mean, I'm shaking my head like, do I need to explain this more?
No, I don't think so.
It's pretty clear. In fact, the Santa Claus as we know it today was a marketing thing out of, I want to say New York City. I don't know. I'd have to go look it up again. And it was a big advertising campaign. And
yes.
If you all remember the Coke advertisement with Christmas, it brings back, these warm, fuzzy feelings and spending time with friends and doing all that kind of thing. So the Christmas that is technically celebrated with trees and presents and food and folly and all kinds of stuff comes from pagan origins, and it's just been all mixed up. And all Doctrine Church did was what? Remove the pagan origins and give to the poor. I mean, I want people to really, I don't know if they're believing or not. We really, literally were persecuted and prosecuted because we did poor boxes and gave to the poor. I mean, even the manipulated accuser lied about it. There's so many different contradictions in that testimony. Mm-hmm. At one point, she states, we decided to, have a dinner together. We decided to put the money in these bins, and we decided to give it away. It's all a we thing, right? Mm-hmm. But that doesn't fit well with the lying narrative of Prosecutor Simmons. So later on in the testimony, she either picks up on it or has been told about it or whatever. she makes the point, oh, the pastor decided where the money goes. So we go from we, and it's this happy time of fellowship and holiness and singing hymns and doing all kinds of things down to then I decide where the money goes. And just for the record, Prosecutor Simmons and everybody out there, not that you bothered to investigate these things or prove it, because you like your liars. The way this all worked was that the children and adults did it. I did the same thing. We took oatmeal containers or back then milk carton or whatever, and you decorate them. And man, it wasn't that a lot. It really was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Jacob?
Yep.
And then when people still carried cash and did things, the kids would find coins in, the couch and in the car and shake down the adults. It was a fun thing all year long. And it was a big anticipation. At the end of the year, we would take all these coins and put them in usually it was a giant tub or bucket, and all that money was put in there. Now, again, Simmons mocked, we were a small church. So don't think we were talking about thousands of dollars. I don't even think it got over $500.
I think it was a big deal to hit 1,000. It might hit 1,000.
Did it sometime?
Sure.
Part of the reason I don't know is because did I not make it clear wasn't going to touch the bucket? I had no say-so in where the money went. All the monies went to ministries or individuals not associated with Sound Doctrine Church. And I wasn't even in charge of it. Is that correct?
Well, but the church definitely agreed on where the money went. So yeah, it did not go to like your pocket or to like fix your house or something. It would usually go to like other children overseas, or like the church would agree on. Usually it was a different ministry. It would go to somebody else in need besides anybody like in our church.
Yeah, it never went to Sound Doctrine Ministry Needs or did anything like that. And
I think there was one year you did. I think it was somebody was helped. I think maybe one year, but no, it always went to like, it was usually children. I thought usually it always went to like children overseas, other children, and it was like our kids were helping other kids. That's how I remember it.
Well, no, and I'm glad you're sharing that back and forth. The part of the reason I don't really have a frame of reference is because I stayed out of it.
Yes, you definitely stayed out of it.
I intentionally did that for a lot of reasons.
Somebody else would always go and cash in all the coins in cash. I will also say that all the kids, you would make the poor boxes. They would all line up, and you were the one to first put any money in people's poor boxes. So you purposely would open your wallet to put money into the poor boxes just to start off the year.
One reason that don't remember that, because Prosecutor Simmons, one scripture, we won't have time to look at it today. Jesus says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
Yeah.
I've really got to draw all this back up. We were so busy doing good deeds.
Correct.
It was impossible to keep track of.
Sure.
Well, did it go? What did we do with it? We're just busy serving and loving other people.
But I'm going to give you credit. You were the first ones. The little kids, it was they would make their poor boxes, and always the intent was, it was to give to. You see, that's the thing. The twisted thing is that Christmas. What do? People nowadays buy the presents for their own loved ones. So whoop-de-doo that you bought a present for your own child or your own grandchild, right? But ours was the money actually went somewhere else. And so how is this a bad thing?
Well, whatever. If you belong to the Church of Satan.
I know, but yeah.
I know, you're going to persecute. Yeah. Never mind, Jesus said when you throw a dinner banquet, what are you supposed to do?
You're supposed to have he was telling us to take the lower seat.
Okay, well, that's for sure. That's humility. That's something King County doesn't know anything about. Okay. You're not to invite your family. You're not to invite your friends. That's why I said.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
You're not supposed to invite people who would like repay you. You're supposed to just invite like other people who would not be able to repay you. Isn't that what he talks about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now, according to what's written on paper, we have freedom of religion to do that, right?
Supposedly.
Well, not according to Judge Lori K. Smith, because that's a behavior. If
Correct.
I don't invite my family.
Yes.
What's interesting about it, people are going to come visit us anytime. And anytime they want to come and give to the poor, I didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
We didn't necessarily invite them, but we didn't disinvite them. Sure. And some we did invite. It's just kind of this whole mixture. But according to Judge Lori K. Smith, we're not actually allowed to act on or behave on anything Jesus taught.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, they're suppressing how we choose to live. The supposed freedom we're supposed to have.
It goes beyond suppression.
Yeah, and it's evil.
It'd be one thing if we were just neutral, like suppressing you can't do it. Like you can't do poor boxes and you can't do this. But they're saying, no, we have to do it their way.
Yeah,
we
correct.
have to invite
because
families.
Since we didn't do it how other people do it, we're evil.
Exactly. We have to have birthday cakes. That was the whole implication. We have to sing happy birthday to one another.
And if it's not, it's like child abuse. That's actually what they were getting at.
Oh, it
right?
was.
That, like,
she turned this into unconstitutional family court.
Yeah, family court. Is that like, oh, we're suppressive and we're evil and, we're not loving because we don't do it their way.
That's the whole danger of the family court, social service, all that stuff. Now all that lawlessness and that thing is fully unconstitutional. It's just moved into the criminal. This was a kind of a Stalinist kind of thing. You have to do it this way. These are the seeds of this kind of stuff. That's what all this was about. All right. Well, I want to get along with everybody. That's one of my major tendencies.
That's your top? Is that a New Year's resolution?
Well, since I can't
2025 get along with everyone.
Well, since I'm not allowed to actually do freedom of religion, and I can only appreciate what Jesus had to say, then I actually have to get along with everybody.
Okay,
because the state of Washington isn't content with me just sitting in my room with the Bible open and just reading it and not acting on it. That's not even good enough. I actually have to get out there and wish you happy birthday, invite people, visit family. I mean, forget freedom of association, forget any freedom. You have to do it their way. I wish, again, they'd have spelled this all out. Then I at least would have known what I'm disobeying.
Correct.
Well, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 3:1 because, again, in the spirit of unity and diversity and inclusiveness and bringing people together and, having a Christianity. For one thing, we've all learned our lesson that if you're accused of a crime and these are the evidence they're going to go for, well, you better have enough evidence that you actually participated in the selfishness that state of Washington wants you to have, right?
Yeah.
Well, 2 Timothy 3:1 says, but mark this. Okay, so we're going to mark it because well, no, I take that back. We can't mark it.
You can't mark it. You can think about it.
I can think about it. I can appreciate it. I wonder, can I appreciate it? That's not a behavior, right?
Not out loud. You can't appreciate it out loud.
All right, because that's not a behavior. There will be terrible times in the last days. I appreciate that. That's kind of true, right?
Yes.
All right, Prosecutor Simmons, read 2 Timothy chapter 3:2. Oh, you're not here, and this would involve evidence, and this would actually looking at something. What will be the mark of terrible times? 2 Timothy 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. What's it say, Jacob? The first word, I've kind of covered it. Go ahead.
People will be lovers of themselves.
Lovers of themselves, right?
Yes. Church of Satan. That's what the Church
of
Satan
clip is
all about.
Church of Satan, and Satanism is like way out there, right?
Yes.
Now, Satanism is beyond like behavior, right? Aren't they into the behavior thing? Can't they do what they want to do?
Apparently, they get to do what they want to do.
All right, so their freedom of religion is free.
They're
okay.
upheld.
All right, so again, I'm trying to get along with all these Satanists. You know how I am. Very tolerating kind of guy. People will be lovers of themselves. So I had a special song designed for birthdays. And let's go ahead and play and listen to the song because I think it really works. It fits to a T. It's a rap song. I didn't used to be a fan of rap. Well, technically I'm not because it's usually what it says. But
correct.
It's actually a very useful, used in a good way. It really can communicate a lot of things. The person that did this actually did a good job. And by the way, I didn't tell them why or what. I just said, kind of write this. Here's what I'm after, what birthdays are really about, and here's a name to use, and this is what they came up with. Go for it.
Hello. I wrote this little song right here for that special someone. Yep, you already guessed it. Me! Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me. About me, about me. Yo, let me dedicate this song to my #1 fan. Simmons is the name and that's who I am. Yo, it's Simmons Day and I'm the king of the scene. The spotlight's on me, man, I'm living the dream. No need to light candles, I'll let it shine bright. The party don't stop till I'm feeling just right. I'm the gift, I'm the cake, I'm the whole damn vibe. The world spins for me, cause I'm the chief of the tribe. Happy birthday to me, I'm the star of the show. Blow my own horn and let my ego grow. So here's to myself, the legend, the myth. If you're not clapping now, better plead the fifth. Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me, about me, about me. Yo, it's Simmons the GOAT, dude, it's written in stone. The self-love anthem, yeah, I wrote it alone. Got the swagger, got the style, I mean I'm from the top tier. Every time I take a step, they be like, damn, he's here. No balloons to blow up, I already inflate. With all the self-love, I'm feeling just great. Mirror, mirror, tell me who's fine. If confidence is a crime, lock me up, I'm doing time. And who needs a crowd? I'm my own parade. Every move I make is like history getting made. So clap for Simmons, yeah, bow to the king. I'm the star, I'm the DJ, I'm the next big thing. Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me, about me, about me. Yo, Simmons, you're the MVP. The world's a stage and it's all for me. I'm taking selfies in the mirror, getting hyped in my head. I'll autograph your body while the cake gets spread. So follow me on socials, give me all your likes. I'd like to get to know you, but that wouldn't fit my vibe. It's my party and I can do what I wanna. Original prima donna, I'm the showstopper. So here's to me, Simmons, I'll gloat. You came for the party, but you stayed for the quote. Self-centered maybe, but I call it self-care. Simmons forever, forever debonair. Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me, about me, about me. Go, 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 go Simmons, it's my birthday. I'm gonna party like it's my birthday. I'm gonna party like it's my birthday. I'm gonna sip a Cardi like it's my birthday. Go Simmons, go, go, go Simmons, go, go, go Simmons, it's my birthday.
What do you think, Jacob?
This is hilarious. Did you write the words or he?
You would have thought I wrote the words.
No, the other guy did?
Other guy did, and he was clueless. Now, he
wrote a great, it was very catchy. This is could be a great birthday song.
It could replace everybody's song. And he worked in the words
hilarious.
like, I plead the fifth, which is a legal term.
I know, yeah.
I was like staggered at this.
He did a great job. That was hilarious too. He had some great lines. It's from the birthday thing, you know.
Yeah.
If you're into, man, this guy, was he into birthdays?
No.
Or like, he just was good.
He didn't want to kind of do it at first because he's not getting the concept.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't negative, but he was trying to get the concept. And I certainly typed back kind of thing, but not the rap.
Yeah.
And so we're communicating. He goes, yeah, in fact, one of the comments he leaves, I goes, yeah, this was a quirky one, but literally God works through all kinds of people. Again, we're back to the kind of leadership. Simmons, God works through everybody. It can be a donkey. It can be whatever. Mm-hmm. So there's no exclusive Tim Williams who has all the wisdom, right, Jacob?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a different rap. That's a different rap.
That was pretty funny, though.
It was. And it was like, man, that's actually catchy.
Yes, it is catchy. But honestly, true, not to say that worldly songs aren't, honest, right? But yeah, I mean that perfectly represents just me. There's a bunch of good lines, like pretty much, I don't need a party. I'm the DJ. I'm the guy. I don't need inflated balloons. I don't need it. It's just me.
It was. I was singing it in my head, like trying to keep my laughter under control because it's just so spot on.
It is spot on.
By the way, just in case, sometimes the people that distribute this podcast will say we're promoting a song, and they may actually have us remove it. So if that's the case, just go to the website. It's going to be there for anybody to listen to, and I'd start singing at people's birthdays. Sure. I'm afraid what could happen is they're going to pick up on it as a mocking. People, they're still going to do birthday, bring in the cake, and I assume with the adults, it's like alcohol and a few other stronger things, right?
Yes, correct. Oh, yeah, that's huge. But there's still cakes and all that.
Yeah.
Dinners,
Well, this would be a great
candles.
song. At least would be in truthful
technically,
territory.
You know how, like, I guess what, like, karaoke bars or whatever. See, technically, the birthday person would sing this song for themselves. You know what I mean? They would get up on stage and they would sing this song, and there you go.
Well, I'm hoping for, like, frat bros to get together, right? And they're singing it to the guy's birthday.
Okay, yes.
Mocking him for his selfishness, that kind of thing. There's no royalties on this. If you want to use it, go for it.
Go for it.
But yeah, it brought a nice smile. But we're back to
what if the Church of Satan picks this up? They're like, wow, that's
they can keep the royalties.
That's a really good version. We really like that. That fits in with our Church of Satan doctrine.
Well, this should fit in with Judge Lori K. Smith and King County prosecutors.
Yes, it does.
I mean, you're the party of the crowd. You're not see, one of the implications he went through was that she's shy and she's in the corner and she's all timid because she didn't have birthdays.
Yes, because she didn't, yes.
So, she can start learning the song, come out, sing it to her kids. Like I said, what Washington State needs more is more selfish children, more selfish politicians, and certainly we need puffed up, self-righteous, self-absorbed prosecutors, right? Because everything turns out really well when that happens.
Great.
But mark this, 2 Timothy 3:1, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money. This sounds like King County. Boastful, proud, abusive. Then we get all kinds of disobedience to their parents. Do you see the state of Washington saying you need to be obedient to your parents? No, not even close. Ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Isn't that what we see?
Yes.
And it gets worse. Having a form of godliness, claiming to be of God. I can remember at one point, Satterburg, when this trial was all kind of wrapped up and everybody done their thing because Beth Andrews, who's his judge, was claimed to be a pastor's daughter. Well, the reason I know all this is after the trial, of course, I'm hammering the truth of the situation. And they're thinking that I don't think that they claim to be Christian. And so Satterburg is confused about, he thinks if Judge Beth Andrews comes out as a Christian, then I'm in a corner. I was somehow proven wrong that they're really Christians.
Sure.
They didn't realize, no, they're not really Christians, and they need to repent. Did I kind of mess that up, or did it come out clear?
No, it was clear.
All right. Having a form of godliness but denying its power have nothing to do with them. Prosecutor Simmons, I'm trusting that you're going to share all of these things with Judge Lori K. Smith, because one of the rules we had at Sound Doctrine Church is that men couldn't share the gospel privately one-on-one with a woman, and the same thing, a woman couldn't be privately with a man. I mean, we had every angle secure in the light without being legalistic and a bunch of rules. I mean, the women weren't walking around in covered faces and, super conservative clothes, right? And the men, we didn't have separated congregations where the purity came from the heart, and it also was reflected out in the environment of sound doctrine. It was one of the safest places to fellowship. And I don't have time to go into that today. He goes on to say in 2 Timothy 3:6, they are the kind who worm their way into homes and gain control over weak-willed women. It sounds just like the jury pool, doesn't it? Who are loaded down with sins and swayed by all kinds of evil desires, always learning but never able to acknowledge the truth. Well, we're going to look at birthdays in a little more detail in the next show, but I think we're out of time for today. Jacob, play the rap song again, and let's wrap it up. No pun intended.
Hello. I wrote this little song right here for that special someone. Yep, you already guessed it. Me! Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me, about me, about me. Yo, let me dedicate this song to my #1 fan. Simmons is the name and that's who I am. Yo, it's Simmons Day and I'm the king of the scene. The spotlight's on me, man, I'm living the dream. No need to light candles, I already shine bright. The party don't stop till I'm feeling just right. I'm the gift, I'm the cake, I'm the whole damn vibe. The world spins for me, cause I'm the chief of the tribe. Happy birthday to me, I'm the star of the show. Blow my own horn and let my ego grow. So here's to myself, the legend, the myth. If you're not clapping now, better plead the fifth. Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me, about me, about me. Yo, it's Simmons the GOAT, dude, it's written in stone. The self-love anthem, yeah, I wrote it alone. Got the swagger, got the style, I mean I'm from the top tier. Every time I take a step, they be like, damn, he's here. No balloons to blow up, I already inflate. With all the self-love, I'm feeling just great. Mirror, mirror, tell me who's fine. If confidence is a crime, lock me up, I'm doing time. And who needs a crowd? I'm my own parade. Every move I make is like history getting made. So clap for Simmons, yeah, bow to the king. I'm the star, I'm the DJ, I'm the next big thing. Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me, about me, about me. Yo, Simmons, you're the MVP. The world's a stage and it's all for me. I'm taking selfies in the mirror, getting hyped in my head. I'll autograph your body while the cake gets spread. So follow me on socials, give me all your likes. I'd like to get to know you, but that wouldn't fit my vibe. It's my party and I can do what I wanna. Original prima donna, I'm the showstopper. So here's to me, Simmons, I'll gloat. You came for the party, but you stayed for the quote. Self-centered maybe, but I call it self-care. Simmons forever, forever debonair. Happy birthday to Simmons, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Simmons, it's all about me. Happy birthday to me, it's about me, about me, about me. Go, 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 go Simmons, it's my birthday. I'm gonna party like it's my birthday. I'm gonna party like it's my birthday. I'm gonna sip a Cardi like it's my birthday. Go Simmons, go, go, go Simmons. Go, go, go Simmons, it's my birthday.
Nothing on the Consider podcast should be considered legal or life advice. Each is admonished to seek a holy God and obey by picking up a cross to follow Jesus. The Consider Podcast, www.consider.info.